The papers had the pleasure to attend MPE 2020 in Berlin. We also had the pleasure to catch up with several experts to learn what's in store for payments and commerce in 2020.
Payment ecosystem in 2020. A number of challenges as usual. Every year in payments and brings its own specific kind of challenges. I think clearly then we have SCA, strong customer authentication, which the deadline was pushed back because people were ready. So really, by the end of the year, people do need to be ready. So that is a key challenge for sure.
I think with the open banking, beforehand, the merchants had to send their users to the bank. So the user always had to go to a bank. In the old days, the user had to go to a branch. Then the user had to leave a merchant's website to go to a checkout process to visit his bank. And with open banking, we help banks to be in every app. So wherever you are, if you at booking.com, booking a flight, if you're at Amazon, so you can always stay where you are, which is great for conversion rate for the merchants as well as for the users.
What a lot of merchants don't realize is the consequence of non-compliance is ultimately the inability to process payments completely. And so if you don't get ready now, you might miss the deadline, because if you don't get ready in time, the consequences are quite severe.
So the main type of fraud that merchants need to be concerned about this year is friendly fraud. And this is a very difficult fraud to identify. It can be any reason code. One of the difficult things with friendly fraud is that in order to identify it, you really need to analyze a lot of different data points. And this is probably going to be a new type of fraud, a new increase in fraud that we see in the UK and in Europe as SCA starts to take effect.
So in 2020, there's some fascinating fraud trends, I think, coming up. So I think the level of sophistication has gotten to the point now where attackers have to come up with really creative methods to make attacks, because there's been so many kind of approaches to like hammering them down. If you change your IP, they've got now proxies that can get around that. If you're rate limiting by device fingerprint to catch their fraudulent behavior, there's now new techniques like the Genesis Marketplace where they can buy real device fingerprints that are now for sale. I think we're just continuing to see the escalation of the arms that they're using, and the data that they have access to is just getting more and more complex.
The industry will kind of undoubtedly embrace the challenges it has and, do some good things.